Welcome back to my channel, All Old Rare Coins. If you love discovering hidden treasures and learning about rare US coins, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll reveal some of the most valuable coins that could be worth far more than you think. Stick around till the end, you won't want to miss what these rare gems are really worth. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to enjoy more discoveries in future. Let's dive in. We have an incredible coin that's bound to grab your attention, the United States Liberty Washington $quarter coin from 1965. It might seem like just another quarter at first glance, but trust me, there's so much more to this coin than you might think. Stay with us until the end of the video, because we're about to reveal just how much this particular coin could be worth today. Let's take a quick journey back to 1965. The world was a very different place. The US was in the midst of the post-World War II boom, and the country was experiencing a period of change and growth. The 1960s were a time of cultural revolution, civil rights movements, and significant political shifts. It was also a time of significant changes in American currency. In 1965, the U.S. government made a monumental decision to change the composition of many of its coins, including the quarter. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver, but with rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint made the decision to reduce silver content in quarters to 40% starting that year. This decision had a major impact on the value and rarity of certain coins from that era. The 1965 Washington quarter was one of the first to feature this new composition, and while it was widely circulated, finding one in exceptional condition today is rare. The design of the quarter itself remains timeless. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse side displays an eagle in flight, a symbol of strength and freedom. These classic images have made the Washington quarter one of the most beloved coins in American history. Now, let's dive into what makes the 1965 Washington quarter so special. As I mentioned, the composition of the coin changed in 1965, and it became 40% silver, with the rest of the coin made of copper and nickel. While many people didn't realize it at the time, this shift in the coin's composition has made certain quarters from this year especially valuable. Most of the 1965 quarters that were minted were used in everyday transactions, which means they were subject to wear and tear. The majority of them have been circulated and show significant signs of use, scratches, dents, and fading. However, what makes this coin truly valuable is finding one that has been well preserved or kept in mint condition. A coin in pristine shape is incredibly rare and, as with all coins, its value increases dramatically based on its condition, but the rarity of the 1965 Washington quarter doesn't stop there. Some of these coins also have errors, minting mistakes that occurred during production, which make them even more valuable to collectors. Whether it's a die crack, a double die, or some other error in the minting process, these rare variants are highly sought after. Error coins can be difficult to spot, but for collectors, they can make a coin worth significantly more than a standard issue. If you happen to have a 1965 quarter with a minting flaw, it could be worth much more than you imagined. The market for rare coins like the 1965 Washington quarter is always fluctuating, but certain factors help determine a coin's value. The coin's rarity, condition, and whether it has any unique features or errors all play a huge role in determining how much it's worth. While many 1965 quarters are still in circulation, those that are in near-perfect or uncirculated condition are far rarer, and therefore much more valuable. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins from this era, particularly those that have been preserved in pristine condition or those that have unique characteristics. Now, here's the exciting part: the value of the 1965 Washington quarter. If you happen to come across a 1965 quarter in mint condition, or even one with a rare minting error, it could be worth as much as $49,000. Yes, that's right, $49,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin so small and seemingly ordinary could hold such enormous value, but in the world of numismatics, these treasures are what collectors dream of finding. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1965 Washington quarter with potential value? First, take a good look at its condition. Is it well preserved, with sharp details and no visible wear? Does it have any unique minting features or errors? If so, you may want to have it appraised by a professional. Coin dealers and appraisers can provide an accurate evaluation of its worth and guide you through the selling process if you choose to part with it. The key takeaway here is that coins like the 1965 Washington quarter are more than just pieces of currency, they are pieces of history. With their unique designs, the shift in silver content, and the potential for rare minting errors, they hold a special place in the world of coin collecting. If you're a coin collector, or even just someone who enjoys discovering hidden treasures, the 1965 Washington quarter could be a fantastic addition to your collection. Second coin, we have an incredible find that's going to leave you shocked. We're diving into the world of the United States Liberty Washington quarter dollar coin from 1974, specifically the D Mintmark variety. Now, you might think this is just another quarter, but stay tuned, because we'll uncover why this seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth a small fortune. Let's step back in time to 1974. It was a pivotal year for the United States. The country was still feeling the effects of the 1973 oil crisis, and the world was in the middle of a major economic shift. But amid all this, coins were still being minted, and the 1974 Washington quarter was one of them. Featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, and the majestic eagle on the reverse, this quarter is part of the well-known Washington quarter series that has graced U.S. currency since 1932. But what makes the 1974 D Washington quarter so special? Well, most coins from this era were produced in huge numbers and widely circulated, which means finding one in exceptional condition is quite rare. The majority of these coins were used in daily transactions, and over time, they've suffered from wear and tear. Scratches, discoloration, and worn-down details are common, making high-quality specimens incredibly scarce and valuable. The 1974 Washington quarter was minted in large quantities, so at first glance, it may seem like just another regular coin in your pocket change. However, the real value comes when you find one that has been preserved in near-perfect condition or has a rare minting error. Coin collectors and numismatists are always on the lookout for coins that have survived decades of circulation without being damaged. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin can become. Now, let's talk about the importance of coin grading. In the world of numismatics, the condition of a coin is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest, indicating a coin that is in pristine, uncirculated condition. A 1974 D Washington quarter that has been kept in perfect condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or any signs of handling, could easily be worth a significant amount of money. But it's not just about the condition of the coin. There are also those highly sought-after mint errors that can send a coin's value skyrocketing. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process. These could include issues like double strikes, misprints, or even coins with missing details due to faulty dies. When it comes to error coins, the more unusual the flaw, the more valuable it is. For example, a 1974 D quarter that has a double die or some other significant error could be worth far more than its regular counterparts. As a coin collector, you're probably aware that coins with unique characteristics or rare flaws can demand premium prices. The 1974 D Washington quarter is no exception. These quarters are highly sought after by collectors who specialize in finding rare minting errors. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon a 1974 D with an interesting or rare flaw, you could have a very valuable coin on your hands. Now for the exciting part. We've talked about the condition and potential errors, but you're probably wondering how much this 1974 D Washington quarter could be worth if it's in exceptional condition or if it happens to have a minting error. The value of these quarters can vary, but if you have a 1974 D Washington quarter that's in mint state or has a rare error, it could be worth as much as $44,000. That's right, $44,000 for a single quarter. It's mind-blowing to think that a coin so small and seemingly ordinary could hold such immense value. So, if you have any old change lying around, especially from the 1970s, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. If you have a 1974 D Washington quarter in your collection or find one in your pocket change, make sure to check its condition closely. You just might have a coin that could be worth far more than its face value. Now, we've got a really exciting coin to talk about, the United States Liberty Washington quarter dollar coin from 1979. Now, at first glance, this may seem like just another quarter, but stick with us because you're about to discover why this seemingly ordinary coin is actually a hidden gem that could be worth a small fortune. Let's take a step back and think about what was happening in the United States in 1979. The country was in the midst of the late 70s, a time marked by significant economic challenges, including high inflation and the oil crisis. But despite these turbulent times, 1979 was also a year of great cultural change. The U.S. economy was still going strong in certain sectors, and the Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, was one of the main coins circulating in the country. By this point, the design featuring George Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse had become iconic in American coinage. Fast forward to today, and that same 1979 quarter could be sitting in your collection, waiting to be discovered as a valuable treasure. You might be thinking, a 1979 quarter? Isn't that just a regular coin? Well, you're right, most of them are, and they were produced in huge quantities, circulating widely across the United States. However, not all quarters are created equal, and the true value of these coins lies in their rarity, condition, and the unique circumstances surrounding their minting. The main thing that sets the 1979 Washington quarter apart from many others is the condition of the coin. Over time, most of these quarters became worn down, scratched, and discolored as they were passed around and used in everyday transactions. But if you happen to have a 1979 quarter that's in near-perfect or mint condition, you're holding something special. Coins that have been kept in excellent condition, free from the usual wear and tear of circulation, are much rarer and far more valuable than their worn counterparts. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest grade, meaning the coin is essentially flawless. A 1979 Washington quarter in mint state is highly prized, and its value can increase exponentially based on how well it's been preserved. But it's not just about how well the coin looks, it's also about the rarity of such well-preserved examples. The longer a coin has been in circulation, the more likely it is to show signs of use. So, when a 1979 quarter survives in pristine condition, it stands out in a big way. But here's the kicker: even more valuable than a well-preserved, uncirculated 1979 Washington quarter are the ones that feature rare minting errors. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin-making process. This can result in double strikes, misprints, or even coins that are slightly misshaped. These coins are unique, one-of-a-kind treasures that collectors are always on the lookout for. Whether it's a misaligned die or a rare die crack, mint errors are often the difference between a coin that's worth a few dollars and one that could be worth thousands. If you happen to have a 1979 Washington quarter with a rare minting error, you could have a highly sought-after coin on your hands. Collectors pay top dollar for these types of errors, as they are seen as rare and valuable anomalies in the coin world. So, if you've ever come across a 1979 quarter that seems a little off, it could very well be worth having appraised by a professional. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value. If you happen to have a 1979 Washington quarter in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin that's worth a staggering $38,000. That's right, $38,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin so small and seemingly simple could be worth such a large amount of money, but in the world of rare coins, that's exactly what can happen when a coin is in the right condition and has the right rarity. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1979 Washington quarter with potential value? First, check the condition of your coin. Is it in great shape with minimal signs of wear? Does it have sharp, clean details and vibrant luster? If so, you might want to get it professionally graded to determine its true value. And of course, if you suspect it might have a minting error, be sure to have it examined by a professional numismatist who can help identify and appraise any unique features. Coins like the 1979 Washington quarter remind us that even the most seemingly ordinary items can hold incredible value when they are rare or well preserved. If you're a coin collector or just love learning about the fascinating world of numismatics, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for these hidden treasures. Who knows? That old change you have lying around might just be worth a lot more than you think. Next coin, we have an incredibly fascinating coin to talk about, the United States Liberty Washington quarter dollar coin from 1981, specifically the D mintmark variety. Now, at first glance, you might think, a quarter from 1981? That's not exactly a rare coin. But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see why this coin could actually be worth a small fortune. Let's rewind to 1981. The world was in the middle of a significant period of change. The United States was experiencing a major shift in its economy, and the early 80s brought about new political and cultural changes. But even during these times of transition, one thing remained constant: the iconic Washington quarter. This coin had been a staple in American currency since 1932, and by the time the 1981 quarters were minted, the design had become one of the most recognizable symbols of U.S. coinage. The obverse of the 1981 Washington quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse displays an eagle in flight, symbolizing freedom and strength. These images have made the Washington quarter a beloved coin throughout history. But it's not just the design that makes the 1981 quarter unique, it's the condition and the rarity of well-preserved examples that collectors are really after. As you may know, most coins that are minted and circulated are subject to wear and tear. Over time, quarters are passed from hand to hand, and many show significant signs of use: scratches, discoloration, and worn-out details. However, the real value in coins like the 1981 Washington quarter lies in the ones that have managed to survive in excellent condition. If you happen to have one of these coins, especially one that has been kept in uncirculated or near mint condition, you're sitting on something quite valuable. Coins in pristine condition are much rarer than you might think, especially when you consider that most coins are used in daily transactions and are subject to the rigors of time. A coin that has been carefully stored and preserved is a much rarer find, and in the world of numismatics, rarity is key. The better the condition, the higher the value. So, if you've managed to hold on to a 1981 Washington quarter that is in fantastic shape, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. But it's not just the condition that can make this coin valuable. Like many other coins, there are certain varieties and minting errors that make them even more sought after by collectors. A mint error occurs when there's a mistake during the coin's production, such as a double die or a misaligned strike. These error coins are extremely rare and are often worth significantly more than standard coins. For example, if your 1981 Washington quarter has an unusual minting error, it could be worth far more than you imagined. Collectors love mint error coins because they are unique. There's only one of their kind. A slight flaw, like a double die or an off-center strike, can make a coin stand out from the rest. These rare variations are highly prized and can push the value of the coin well beyond its face value. So, if you come across a 1981 Washington quarter that has an error or unusual feature, don't overlook it. Get it checked out by a professional appraiser. Now, let's get to the exciting part. If you have a 1981 Washington quarter that's in excellent condition or features a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth as much as $32,000. Yes, you heard that right, $32,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin so small and seemingly ordinary could be worth such an enormous amount of money, but in the world of rare coins, that's exactly what can happen when a coin is in the right condition and has the right features. So, how can you tell if your 1981 Washington quarter is one of the valuable ones? First, take a good look at its condition. Is it shiny and new, with no visible wear? Does it have sharp, clear details with minimal scratches or discoloration? If so, you could have a high-grade coin that's worth a lot more than a typical quarter. Next, check for any minting errors. Look closely at the coin's design to see if you spot anything unusual, such as a doubled image, an off-center strike, or any other irregularities. If you think there might be something special about your coin, it's definitely worth having it professionally graded by a numismatist or coin expert. If you do find that your 1981 Washington quarter is in fantastic shape or features a rare error, don't hesitate to get it appraised. Professional appraisers can help you determine its true value and guide you through the process of selling it if you choose to do so. In conclusion, the 1981 Washington quarter may seem like just another piece of change, but in the world of rare coin collecting, it's a coin that could hold significant value if you find the right one. Whether it's a coin that's survived in near-perfect condition or one with a minting error, this quarter is a true hidden gem in the world of numismatics. Now, we have a real treat for all you collectors out there. We're diving into the fascinating world of the United States Liberty Washington $quarter coin from 1990, specifically the P mint mark variety. Now, you may think of this coin as just another quarter, but trust us, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this 1990 quarter could be worth way more than just 25 cents. Let's set the stage and go back to 1990 for a moment. The world was in the middle of a transformative decade. The United States was experiencing an economic boom after the challenges of the 1980s, and a new generation of technology and innovation was beginning to shape the future. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was busy at work, producing everyday coins like the Liberty Washington quarter that had been in circulation since 1932. The 1990 quarter features the iconic George Washington portrait on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse, two symbols that have been synonymous with U.S. coinage for decades. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1990 Washington quarter so special? After all, it was a coin produced during a time when many millions of coins were minted and circulated. But as with most coins, there's always the possibility of finding rare or exceptional pieces that have been preserved in near-perfect condition. And it's these coins that collectors are after. The majority of 1990 quarters, like any regularly minted coin, were widely circulated. Over time, these coins were passed from hand to hand, showing signs of wear and tear. But coins that are well preserved, especially those that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, are much rarer and hold far more value than their worn counterparts. A coin that's been stored carefully and shielded from scratches, discoloration, and other forms of damage is a true find for collectors. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. In the world of numismatics, coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, uncirculated coin. If you happen to have a 1990 Washington quarter that's in mint state, free from any visible imperfections, it's considered much rarer than coins that have been circulated and are showing signs of wear. The better the condition, the higher the coin's value. But here's where things get really exciting: minting errors. If you've been collecting coins for a while, you know that one of the most desirable categories of rare coins is those with minting errors. These can occur when something goes wrong during the coin production process, such as a misaligned die, double strikes, or even coins with missing details. A mint error is something unique and one of a kind, making it even more valuable to collectors who are always on the hunt for rare pieces. A mint error can take a coin from being worth face value to being worth thousands of dollars. So, what does this mean for the 1990 Washington quarter? Well, if you have one with a mint error, such as a doubled die or some other unusual anomaly, it could be worth far more than you'd expect. Mint errors are highly sought after, and they can drastically increase the value of a coin. It's always worth examining your coins carefully, because you never know if there's an error that makes your 1990 quarter worth far more than just a few quarters in your pocket. Now, we know you're waiting for the big reveal, so let's talk about how much this 1990 Washington quarter could be worth. If you've managed to hold on to one in near-perfect condition, or if you happen to have a 1990 quarter with a rare mint error, it could be worth as much as $25,000. That's right, $25,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin so small and seemingly ordinary could carry such a significant value. Now, you might be asking, how do I know if my 1990 Washington quarter is one of these rare finds? First, take a close look at the condition. Is it shiny and new, with sharp details and no visible signs of wear? If so, you could have a high-grade coin that's worth much more than face value. Next, check for any signs of minting errors. Is there anything unusual about the coin? Perhaps a doubled image, a design that's off-center, or any other imperfections that don't seem quite right? These could be signs of a mint error, and if you find one, it's time to get that coin checked out by a professional. If you're not sure about the condition or the presence of an error on your coin, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded. Professional graders are experts at identifying the value and rarity of coins, and they can help you determine if your 1990 Washington quarter is worth significantly more than just a few dollars. So, there you have it. The United States Liberty Washington quarter dollar coin from 1990 could be a hidden gem in your collection. Whether it's in pristine, uncirculated condition or it features a rare mint error, this coin is one that could be worth a lot more than its face value. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins, you could be sitting on a potential $25,000 treasure. Last coin, we have an exciting discovery to share with you, something that could turn your everyday pocket change into a real treasure. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1993 Liberty Washington quarter dollar coin with a P mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another standard quarter, but trust us, it has the potential to be much more valuable than you'd ever expect. Stick around as we uncover why this particular coin is such a sought-after gem in the world of coin collecting. Let's take a quick trip back to 1993. The world was in the midst of the early 90s, a time of cultural change, political shifts, and significant technological advancements. Meanwhile, in the United States, the mint was hard at work producing everyday currency like the Liberty Washington quarter, which had been in circulation for over 6 decades by that point. These quarters, featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse, were familiar sights for anyone handling U.S. coins, but while the 1993 quarters may have been widely distributed, it's the condition and rarity of certain examples that set them apart. Most coins, over time, accumulate wear and tear, whether it's from being exchanged in vending machines, dropped on the ground, or simply being carried around in pockets. As a result, the majority of coins you come across in circulation are far from perfect. But this is exactly where collectors start to get excited, because finding a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is incredibly rare. Let's break it down a bit more. When you think of a quarter, you're probably imagining a coin with some level of visible wear, scratches, dings, and faded details. The 1993 Washington quarter, just like many others, was produced in large quantities and spent plenty of time in circulation. However, finding a well-preserved example, one that looks almost as good as the day it was minted, can be quite rare. This is the type of coin that collectors will pay a premium for. If you happen to have one of these flawless 1993 quarters, it could be worth significantly more than you might think. Another thing that makes this particular coin stand out is the presence of potential minting errors. Minting errors are something every coin collector loves to discover, as they make a coin unique and incredibly valuable. These mistakes can happen during the manufacturing process, and when they do, the result is a coin that's different from the standard ones. For example, you might find a coin with a double die, where the design appears twice, an off-center strike, or even one with a distorted image. These types of errors can make a coin incredibly rare, and they can drive up its value exponentially. Collectors are always on the lookout for these one-of-a-kind coins, and if you're lucky enough to have a 1993 Washington quarter with a minting error, you may have just found a hidden gem. Mint errors, by their nature, are rare, and when they happen on a coin as recognizable as the Washington quarter, the value can soar. So, if you have a 1993 quarter that looks a little different from the others in your collection, it might just be time to get it appraised by a professional to see if it has any hidden potential. Now, let's talk numbers. If you've managed to hang onto a 1993 Washington quarter in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, or if you happen to own one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $19,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $19,000 for a single quarter. That's an incredible amount of value for a coin that, at first glance, might seem like a standard piece of pocket change. It's truly remarkable how the world of rare coins can turn the most ordinary-looking coins into treasures worth thousands of dollars. The key to discovering whether your 1993 Washington quarter is one of those rare finds lies in examining its condition and any potential minting errors it may have. A well-preserved coin can be worth far more than you might expect, and a minting error can turn your coin into a collector's dream. If you're wondering how to spot a valuable 1993 Washington quarter, here's a quick tip: start by carefully examining the coin for any signs of damage or wear. A coin that's been in circulation for a while might have some noticeable scratches, discoloration, or even dents. On the other hand, an uncirculated coin will have sharp, clear details with no signs of handling. Also, check the design closely. Look for any imperfections or unusual features, like a double die or a misaligned strike. If you notice something that doesn't look quite right, that might be a sign of a mint error, and that's a coin you'll want to get professionally graded. So, if you find yourself with a 1993 Washington quarter, don't just brush it off as another run-of-the-mill coin. Take the time to inspect it closely. You never know, what might seem like just another piece of change could be worth a lot more than you imagined. In conclusion, the 1993 Liberty Washington $quarter coin, especially if it's in mint condition or features a rare minting error, could be worth a small fortune. With values reaching as high as $19,000, this coin has become a prized possession for many collectors. So, if you have one of these coins in your collection, or if you find one while browsing through your change, make sure to take a closer look. You could be holding onto a real treasure. Thanks for watching, and we hope you found this video as exciting as we did. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any future discoveries. Who knows, maybe the next coin you find could be worth thousands. Happy collecting!